Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Michael Kalkwarf. This is my Dwarven volcano castle. The build's called the Pilgrimage of Sacrifices, inspired by Lord of the Rings. So the story behind it is the dwarves lived here peacefully. The orcs had tribes across Middle-earth, and they had rituals to sacrifice their fallen leaders into the lava pit, bedecked in gold. Smaug found out that the gold was going to waste, didn't like that, so came upon the dwarves and basically enslaved them to get the gold for him to bring to his dragon hoard over there. And the whole build was inspired just so I could build the lava pit.
Okay, then let's talk a little bit more about that. Explain kind of the mechanism and what's happening here.
All right. So under the lava, there's a net like the one where the dragon's being fed, and underneath it there's these, I think they're called boat plates or something. They're transparent. They go through the net, and then one by ones go on top, and that holds a surface on the net. And then there's a gear underneath with a couple cams, and they come up and hit the bottom of the net, causing the motion. And every once in a while, one of these pops out. Oh, you can see there's.
What's underneath there?
And the lava here. Whoops! Shoot! What'd I do?
Just bird down.
Oh, bird down. Here he is. There he goes. I'll just hold him. The lava is made by LED strips. They go back and forth and up into the castle. Oh, I'll show you something here on where the lava comes from. So the Dwarven King is in here, and if you see behind him, there's like a portal, a round portal, and then the lava pours out, comes out into two streams, and then one of the streams comes out here, and the other one there. And another feature of it I really like is castles always fail at the main gate. So the dwarves didn't want that to happen, so they made a stone gate right here, and it moves very slowly because it's so heavy. And so that way the orcs will never get in.
Very large, very thick stone gate.
Yes, very heavy. And then over here I've got a little kind of a sideways drawbridge that turns here so they can get across to fight the orcs if they want to. And there's a big tree here that the dragon created to grab and eat the orcs. And you can see there's orcs hanging off the tree, and there's one in the hand there. And let's go over here for a minute. So the dragon hoard, if you look in there, there's like lots of gold armor and weapons that they've got from this guy here. In the back, to the right of the dragon's head, is a clutch of eggs that are all lit up back there, and all kinds of little different treasure items in there. And the guy above is feeding it. And of course, dragons are messy when they eat. So there's bones and carnage there, and that's why there's rats and birds living there to eat all the extras. Got some lava coming out of the top of the volcano where it erupted. And then over here, you've got a catapult. Oh, I'll get to show you this. A catapult that works, and they've got dynamite and stones to catapult out. And down here, you can't see it very well, but they're dynamite fishing down there, and they're trading fish to the mermaid down there for gems. And let me try to put this in here, and it'll come out over here.
Get a little minecart action going here.
That's right. There he is. He's ready. I think. Got to get him on there. There he is. Okay. Whee!
Worth it.
Yeah. Oh yes. Every second of it. Oh, the lake. There's a lake here with a guy in a floaty. I really like that. That's my sig fig there on a floaty. And here's their signal tower with a flame if they need help. And those are the main things.
This is a fantastic build. It's so packed full of detail. Talk about kind of your approach to the rock work here as well, because that's kind of what makes the background for all these incredible scenes.
Well, I watched a lot of videos on different rockwork techniques, talked to builders here the last couple of years, and just learned a lot, trial and error, tried to mix up the different combinations and techniques. And there's some rocks that are just kind of placed in there to maybe fill a gap or a crack, just trying to make it look more organic and less just flat slopey. So, and because there's so much gray, I wanted to make sure to break it up. And so there's like this green here, it's like moss from a river. And I tried to kind of make it flow down like something be pouring. Like there's a little bit of water here seeping out of the lake, and then it comes down here and kind of spreads out with the green moss and plants growing everywhere, just to kind of break it up. And of course there's birds and bird nests around and rats and kind of some wildlife in the rocks. So
what are these guys doing up here?
They are officially chilling out. They are off duty, so that's their break room. Oh, check this out. There's a little secret door here. Do you see the dwarf here climbing up the wall? There's a little secret door that opens. Oh, it's open already. Yep, that he's going to. So it closes up, and the idea is that you can't see it because it's a secret door. And let's see if there's anything else that we haven't talked about. Oh, on the other side, you may not be able to see. I'm going to come around the back maybe to show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's a trophy warg head on the wall in there. And there's a guy trying to feed it. He's had a little too much ale. And there's a blacksmith shop in the cave next to it where they make and repair their weapons. Oh, and this guy is trying to roast a marshmallow on Smaug's fire. There's actually 3 marshmallows in here somewhere. So it's been fun to have the kids try to find stuff. And the lava looks great at night. Last night when we had the lights out, it really lit up the whole side of the castle, which was way better than I expected, so that was nice. And yeah, I think that's the majority of it.
Do you have any idea how many pieces or minifigs are in the build here?
Lots. I have absolutely no idea. But it was a lot of fun to build, and a lot of inspiration from other people here. There's a lot of great builders to learn from, so it's been a fun couple of days.
And can you show us a little behind the scenes here at all on the backside, just kind of how you incorporated lighting and some of the support elements in here?
It is ugly.
But that's what makes it interesting. You can see how the magic happens here.
And a shout out to my wife who made this beautiful curtain for me, so that some of these rope lights are so bright. I mean, as you can see, it's shining on your face, and just they're going all through the castle. Like here's that lava portal back here. Kind of crazy. I learned a lot, changed my mind on things a few times, so it's kind of crazy. But in order to transport it, had to build sections of it so I could like fit into the car. Yeah. I live here locally in Seattle, so I didn't have to transport it far, but big sections of it would come off, and then took several hours when I got here on Thursday to put it together and then close up the gaps. So I didn't want people to see the obvious seams, and a lot of the rock work is designed to cover that up.
Yeah. And you've got it displayed kind of raised up a little bit here. So what is it? What is underneath there?
Oh, well, there's a turntable here, not really for display because I've got the wires and the cords coming out, but for assembly and working on it. You know, on these tables, one side is really too far away. With the turntable, I can rotate it and then work on that side, so it saves my back.
There you go. This is fantastic. What can you talk a little bit more about what's happening in this section right here?
Sure. So we've got a pit of spiders. I went to the pick-a-brick wall, said, "Oh, I need spiders." My wife's like, "What are you going to do with those?" Well, now we know. So the dwarves, they're miners, so they dug a tunnel. There's a little hatch where the dwarves are coming out, sabotaging the orcs. And the spiders came out, and they're stuck all over the orcs. I was able to put pins in the legs so they could really stick on them, pull off the heads, and put more spiders on them. So that was a lot of fun.
And then you've just used kind of the part summing technique for the rock and the lava and stuff like that?
Yeah, also pick-a-brick wall inspired. So this is supposed to look like gravel, and I used a lot of these covering up studs and giving it more texture. And yeah, the lava is just poured in loose brick. The trans orange cheese slopes and round 1x1 trans reds. So yeah, I don't know, have several cups of brick in there, and it's rather deep in places, and I don't know how I'm going to clean it up.
Is this an idea you plan to expand on kind of within this world and build more, or are you on a new idea next year?
I have a new idea for next year, maybe not as ambitious. This grew larger and larger as I was building it and had a new idea for something to add. And it just got bigger than I expected, but I just couldn't stop until it was too tall. So different theme next year. We'll see.
Well, I think we all appreciate your work here in building this and bringing it out to the show. So thank you so much for taking us through the whole story and all the fun details. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.